शांति का धाम, एक सहारा तेरा नाम, एक सहारा तेरा नाम, एक सहारा तेरा नाम। शरण शरण शांति का धाम, एक सहारा तेरा नाम।
Can you be seated 3 people per bench?
I kindly ask you to come forward and pay your last respects. Come two at a time, please. Yeah. Dear friends and family, indeed very tragic, sad and devastating circumstances have brought us together here today. If I were to say that I understand your deep loss and your grief, then I would be lying. Only you know how you will deal with this over the next few years, months to come. So, we were once asked by a visiting Acharya from India at our satsang, what is the most important thing that you own? And he gave us a few minutes to think about it. And of course, everyone was thinking about my wife, my new BMW, my house, my PlayStation, and so on. And when he answered, he says, no, my friend, the most important thing that each of you own is your life. It's your body, your mind, and your soul that is so precious to each one of us. And we cannot neglect this, especially now during these challenging times that the whole world is experiencing. It's very sad that we have lost Vikash so tragically, leaving a good wife and 4 children and the rest of the family. We are here to pay our last respects and perform the final rites for the mortal remains to be immersed in a suitable place later on. I'm not too sure if there's anyone who will give a tribute today. Thank you.
Thank you for everyone to come through. For us, a good farewell to Vikash. We all know he was the party animal of the family. We couldn't have any parties without him. Everyone had their own comments, but he was the best he could be to each one and every one of us. Yes, we all had our differences, we all had our opinions. I just want to ask for thanks and for everyone that assists us through this grieving process. And to Vikash, I hope your journey starts, and wherever you are, may that happy smile that turned every room into the biggest party always remain. Because that's the memory he needs to live with us. And we need to consider that. Yes, we understand it's COVID. We understand that we want to blame everyone under the sun. What we need to understand as being Hindus, we start off, we do what we have to, and the soul needs to start its journey. It just that this was the journey he had to take. Family, let us stay together. Let us allow ourselves this grieving period, because this process does not come easily at all. And anyone that says it becomes easier, it doesn't. Don't love yourself. To everyone that sent all the messages, my phone has been inundated every single day. Thank you. We understand and we know how much he was loved. And I want to thank everyone for all their bits of support, moral standing, and every single message that I've responded to. Every call for help, thank you. And we will basically run through this process as we have to. To Ishe, I'm sorry for your loss. To lose 2 siblings in a week is very, very difficult. I understand I haven't always been there, but the time is when we need to be there, we're there. And to anyone else that needs to speak to anybody, please let us know. My phone is always on. Everyone, we want to just wish Vikash well on his journey and make sure he gets to his destination.
Thank you, Vikash. Very appropriate words that you have mentioned. Whilst chatting to Benji outside, I realized that Vikash certainly lived his life well. He lived a full life. And perhaps we need to take a page out of his book of life to say, why are we here? And bearing that in mind, I have a little saying that will take 2 minutes to read to you, which goes like this. What are the regrets that sometimes challenge us? There was a lady called Ronnie Way who worked in a frail care center. And as she nursed her patients, as they approached their death, she had the opportunity to interview a few of them. And she made a list of the top 5 regrets those patients of hers shared with her. And it's really important that we take note of these and live your life such that when each one of us that closes our eyes and comes here, we do not have these regrets as Raji indicated. The first one is, I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself and not the life others expected of me. She says, this was the most common regret of all. When people realize that their life is almost over and look back clearly on it, it is easy to see how many dreams have gone unfulfilled. Most people had not honored even half of their dreams and had to die knowing that it was due to choices that they had made or not made. It is very important to try and honor at least some of your dreams along the way of this mortal life that we are living. Second regret. I wish I didn't work so hard. Every one of us here is guilty of working so hard. This came from every male patient that I nursed. They missed their children's youth and their parents' companionship. Women also spoke of this regret, but as most of them were from the older generation, many of the female patients had not been breadwinners. All of the men I nursed deeply regretted spending too much of their lives on the treadmill of a work existence. And when you change jobs, for whatever reason, you realize that you broke your head and your back for nothing in the previous position that you had held. Third regret. I wish I had the courage to express my feelings. Many people suppress their feelings in order to keep peace with others. Don't we all do that? As a result, they settled for a mediocre existence and never became who they were truly capable of becoming. Many developed illnesses related to the bitterness and resentment that they carried as a result of this. Let's not rock the boat. And yet, being honest and speaking your truth sometimes helps the relationships that we are in. Fourth regret. I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends. And by the tribute that we heard, Vikash certainly made it a point to keep in touch with family and friends. Often they would not realize the full benefits of old friends until their dying weeks, and it was not always possible to track them down. Many had become so caught up in their own lives that they had let golden friendships slip over the years. There were many deep regrets about not giving friendships the time and effort that they deserved. Don't they say every relationship requires 2 hands to clap? Final regret. I wish that I had let myself be happier. This is a surprisingly common regret. Many did not realize until the end that happiness is a choice. They had stayed stuck in old patterns and habits. The so-called comfort of familiarity overflowed into their emotions as well as their physical lives. Fear of change had kept them pretending to others and to themselves that they were content, when deep within they longed to laugh properly and have silliness again in their lives. When you are on your deathbed, what others think of you is a long way from your mind. How wonderful to be able to let go and smile again, long before you are dying, which is now. Life is a choice. It is your choice. Choose consciously, choose wisely, choose honestly, choose happiness. Everyone is responsible for their own joy. If there are no more tributes, the program will be, I will chant the PhD Pratna. It's made up of a few mantras that are carefully chosen from the Vedas and the Bhagavad Gita. After Shanti Part, we will proceed to the antechamber. I'd appreciate it if only close family members come to the and there we will perform the final rites for Lady Vikash. It's important to bear in mind that these mantras, if you listen to the meanings, as I will explain in English, are meant for us, the living, who in our grief need such comfort. We need shanti in our lives. We need strength in our lives. And that's what you will hear today. Tvamadi devaha purusha puranas tvamasya vishwasya param nidhanam vedasi vedhyam cha param cha dhama tvaya tatam vishwamanantarupa. Almighty God, who has been with us since the beginning of creation, who is the supreme treasure of this vast universe. You are the knower, the knowledge, and the final resting place for all beings. You are the infinite presence in whom all things are. You pervade the entire universe. We seek courage, fortitude, and shelter in you. Vasansi jirnani yatha vihaya navani grihanati naro parani tatha sharirani vihaya jirnanyanya nisayati nava nidehi. Just as a person discards an old garment and puts on one that is new, so the soul leaves the body at death and takes on a new one. The soul does not perish with the body. O Lord, may we take courage from this truth. Na jayate mriyate va kadachin nayam bhutvam bhavita vana bhuya ajonitya shashvato ayam purano nahanyate hanya mane sharire. Never is the soul born, never does it die, unborn and eternal, beyond times gone by or yet to come. The soul does not die when the body dies. May we understand this truth, O God. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakaha, na chainam kledayantayapo, na shoshayati marutaha. You might know in the wisdom of the Bhagavad Gita, when they were on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Lord Krishna turned to Arjuna, his best friend, and he said to him, weapons cannot cut the soul, fire cannot burn it, water cannot wet it, the wind cannot dry it. O son of India, this being the case, why do you grieve so much? And then he went on and he said, Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityur dhruvam janma mritasya cha tasmada pariharyate natvam shochitum arahasi. He said to him, all things born must certainly die, and out of death must come life. Knowing this, we must desist from sorrow. But we are allowed to grieve. We are mere mortals. We attach, we love very deeply. So take as much time as you want to grieve Vikash's passing. Avyaktadini bhutani vyaktamadhyani bharata avyaktani dhananyeva tatra ka paridevana. All beings are invisible before birth. They are invisible again after death. We see only the mortal being in its existing lifespan. O God, grant us the wisdom to accept this truth. Om Vedahametam Purusham Mahantam Aditya Varanam Tamasa Parastat Tameva Viditwati Mrityum Eti Nanya Pantha Vidyate Yanaya. The Supreme Absolute Being is full of splendor, like the sun untainted by darkness. There is no other path to salvation and eternal bliss than getting to know God. May we be blessed with the wisdom to know Him. Om Ya Atmada Balada Yasya Vishwa Upasate Prashisham Yasya Deva Yasya Chaya Amritam Yasya Mrityu Kasmai Devaya Avisha Vidhema. In this hour of distress, we need you, O God, who alone can give us physical vigor and spiritual strength. All blissful divinity, whose grace is immortality, whose praises are sung by all enlightened persons, we offer our humble prayer and entreat you to lessen our sorrow. Om Suryam Chakshur Gajatu Vatam Atma Dhyancha Gajja Prithivija Dharmana Apova Gajja Yati Tatrate Hitam Oshadhishu Pratidishta Sharireha. O Supreme Lord, may all the components of this body be merged into the 5 elements of this universe. May its vision be absorbed in the sun, its breath into the atmosphere, and its other senses into the appropriate elements. May the soul, according to the noble deeds performed here, dwell in a body worthy of such merit. Om Sham Agne Pascha Tapasham Purasta Cham Uttara Cham Adara Tapainam Ekastredha Vihito Jata Vedaha Samyagenam Dehi Sukritam Uloke. O God, who is self-luminous, who dispenses justice even-handedly, and who rewards everyone justly, may the soul of this body find peace in every direction. O omniscient and all-illuminating Lord, the creator, sustainer, and dissolver of this universe, may the soul be given a worthy abode. Om Sangachaswa Pitribihi Samyameneshta Purtena Parame Vyoman Hitavaya Vadhyam Punarastamehi Sangachatam Tanavasu Varchaha. O God, may the soul by its austerity, enlightenment, and good deeds attain like its forebears a suitable state. May it be free from all blemishes and once again inherit an enlightened body, full of luster, and return to this world to perform noble deeds. Om Vayur Anilam Amritam Athedam Bhasmatam Shariram. Om Krato Smara Kribe Smara Kritam Smara. Almighty God, this soul is immortal. It is not made up of the 5 elements. The mortal body will be reduced to ashes and will be disposed of suitably. May we ever remember you in every deed we perform. Om Eka Eva Suridharmo Nidhanepya Anuyatiyaha Sharirena Sammam Nasham Sarvam Anyati Gajjati. Almighty God, all material links perish with the death of the body. It is only one's good deeds or dharma that remains with the soul after death. May this dharma never be allowed to perish. Om Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya. O Supreme Spirit, lead us from untruth to truth. Lead us from darkness to light. Lead us from death to immortal bliss. Please rise, we chant the Shanti Path together. Om Dyo Shantiranthariksham Shanti Prithivi Shantirapah Shantir Ushadhaya Shanti Vanaspatya Shantir Vishvedeva Shantir Brahma Shanti Sarvam Shanti, Shantireva Shanti, Sama Shanti Redhi, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May there be peace in the heavenly region and the atmosphere. May peace reign upon this earth. Let there be coolness in the water. May the medicinal herbs be healing, the plants be peace-giving. May there be harmony in the celestial objects and perfection in eternal knowledge. May everything in this universe be peaceful. Let peace pervade everywhere. May that peace abide in the bereaved family. May there be peace, peace, peace. Thank you for your attention, listening to me. We can enter the antechamber.
How long will the link stay? Is it gonna expire now? If I go home and download it, or it's gonna be expired already? So it's only live.
No, it's not expired.
It won't expire.
But there's only one plug, so we have to reach for it. What time is your next one?
About 1 o'clock.
Sorry?
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. And then it finishes?
I don't know what time I'm gonna finish.
Because we have 1:30.
Hello, Fine. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, sure. It's fine. Sure. Yeah, I'm finished now. So I'm waiting in about maybe 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's the course.
Sure.